we interrupt your regularly scheduled Bronze to Mythic programming for a Bronze to Mythic live at the Pro Tour. That's right. Of course, I'm in Seattle this weekend for the Pro Tour, where I'll be drafting with these packs right here. And of course, I'm gonna give you a little bit of an inside look into what's happening at the Pro Tour, talking to some of my teammates about the format and the cards we like and so on and so forth. I'll be doing a review of all my drafts as well once I get home. You heard the future, I'm in the past. Hopefully I do well at the Pro Tour, and I'll see you fine folks on back for your regularly scheduled programming real soon. Check it out, enjoy it, thanks so much. Tomorrow at the Pro Tour, you open your pack, pick one, pack one. What card do you want to see?
Oh man, I just can't go wrong with any of them. I mean, there's some of these most wanted cards that are ridiculous. I like Bonnie Paul. It's blue, blue, green, so it's like splashable in a blue control deck if you're going, you know, blue, black, right? Or it's just a green 5-color card and it costs ridiculous. I mean, come on.
I'm not greedy. I think everyone's asking for rares. I just want the Armadillo. I'll take it over Mana Drain. Let's do this thing, Armadillo.
Has it in the pocket, ready to go. Love it.
I think it would have to be one of the absurd, like, one color, like, green mythics. I think Railway Brawler. Let's go with that one. Yeah, best stats, just doesn't lock you into 2 colors, and one of the best mythics in the set.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Railway Brawler. It's just one of the better cards there is. It's extremely strong. It's undercosted by a lot, and if you play any creature the same turn that you after you plot it, you're gonna win the game.
I just want to see a bunch of rares, like the 5/5 that comes into play, the green guy, and puts a bunch of +1/+1 counters. I mean, you can open packs with like 4 rares in them, right? So that would just be a nice start, because then I wouldn't have to worry about what colors I'm playing to just get a nice green bomb.
Tomorrow the Pro Tour pack one, pick one. The white 3/1 guy that gets First Strike and Scry is like the humble or the modest answer, right? But if I'm aiming for something better, then like a good green-white card that also goes into a 5-color deck. Like, there's too many bombs to choose one. Like Oko probably would be the best card. The 3-mana Oko is probably my choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Pick one, pack one. I want to open the Bristleback Farmer, I believe it's called, or Bristlebug Farmer. 5/5 trample, that makes 2 foods for 4. I think green's the best color, and that card just is super powerful, lets you go in a number of directions with green, so I'll say the Farmer.
Well, since I want to draft green, pretty much any of the green bomb rares would be a dream for me. I like the Bristle Bud Farmer. This one's really fun.
I don't remember the name of the card, but the 8-mana Plague Wind that draws you a bunch of cards, I'll take that one.
Overwhelming Forces.
That's the one.
Card to open tomorrow is Fractured Identity. This is a really cool vintage cube card. Not the best colors really, but kind of more of a green card. You can splash it with whatever green deck, kill a thing, get a thing. It's busted a vintage cube. It's probably good in regular cube too, regular draft too. For limited, what's your favorite archetype to draft in this set?
Anything with green, green, black, or a multicolor green deck with lots of deserts.
So my favorite limited archetype was green-white aggro before we came here, but now I think it's a 5-color deck. So there's so much fixing, and you get to do all the cool stuff, all the fun stuff, all the rares that get open in the draft that the other people can take around you. So I would say it's the 5-color green deck.
My favorite archetype is 4 or 5-color green, or probably 4-color green. Just get to play all the powerful spells, lots of deserts, like control game. I really like those decks.
My favorite archetype to draft is just green X. It's just been the most consistently powerful. Green is the best deck, or best color in limited right now, and I think that I'd be happy with green black, green red, or green white.
In this draft format, I like green white the best by quite a bit. I think just like you can play both mounts and slower big cards, and they're both good.
Deck I want to draft, I like the 5-color green decks a lot. I'm actually not scared to be Grixis though. I know in the house it was green white this, green white that, but like folks really ignore the Grixis cards. You can kind of weave into them, play a lot of crime lands, you get a Cruel Ultimatum, it's good stuff. What's the archetype you want to draft the most in this set?
The archetype I want to draft the most is blue-green. I really like the green cards for the creatures and the blue cards in this format for the card advantage. I feel like blue is a really good supplemental color. That archetype has done really well in our house drafts, and I like to be able to play long games and have good creatures, so blue-green.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, if I could just pick a deck to like play for the limited rounds would be like a good green-white mounts deck, but it's not what I find like personally the most enjoyable.
For me, it's probably black-white. That's really not good, so I'm not hoping to draft it at a Pro Tour, but I really just love the way there's so many possibilities, so many ways to develop, and it's really an orthodox style, and I really like playing that way.
Grixis, like blue-black, control-ish. You know, just kill things, draw cards, crime. Yeah.
Cool. What's the best common in the set?
The best common in the set is the +1/+1 punch green card. In the saddle, mount your creatures, pump them up, and you don't. It's not even a fight. It's like a 2-mana Doomblade that also gives your creature +1/+1 in the best color. So that seems like a no-brainer.
I think the best common of a set is Trained Arnix. It's a 2-drop saddle guy. Team says throw from the saddle, but this creature it's like the one really true aggressive 2-drop in the format. Attacks on everything, it scries, it's a mount, does all these things right, and just awesome.
Probably throw from the saddle. The card is just extremely strong. It goes into the best archetype. It's just naturally extremely good.
I think it's throw from the saddle. Well, because it's a 2-mana removal spell that's actually good. Green is the best color. The creature sizing in green is really good. So it often just trades up for 2 mana.
I think the best common is throw from the saddle, but the cat tarantula is also really good. Both of them are just super efficient, and I would take either of those as my first pick.
The Arings, the free one, it's just incredibly pushed. Free one first strike, scry, so it fixes your draw, which is something you really want in your aggressive white deck to not flood out. God, it's just incredible.
The best common in the set is Trained Arings, the 3/1 saddle 2 white creature. It's just really aggressive and powerful at that cost, so I'll go with the Trained Arings.
Okay.
Throw from the saddle easily, I think.
Why?
It's super efficient. It puts you ahead on tempo. It often grows your creatures if you have good creatures. Like, it just makes your good draws better and helps you catch up on your bad draws.
Yeah, the best common in the format is it's not even close. It's the white 2-mana 3/1 that gets first strike and scries. It's unblockable and it fixes your draws. What more can you ask for?
Best common is throw from the saddle, lets you start in green. It's a great removal spell, and then it also supports some of the best archetypes like the aggressive decks with mounts.
Change one card in the draft format to make it a better format.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one card specifically would I change, but I would just give blue like a really solid common. Like one of the cards that's kind of mediocre, I would change that into something that's like a solid creature, so you can draft a deck where you like kind of curve out and you build a good board. But with blue, it just doesn't feel possible. The cards are just too underpowered.
The one card I would change, I guess, is the green-white 3/2 gives hexproof to mounts and vehicles and puts counters on mounts and vehicles. It's just such a powerful card, and when you open it, like, kind of puts you in green-white. I think green-white is a little too good. So if they got rid of that card, it would at least kind of water down the archetype a little bit. And it's uncommon, so you see it pretty frequently. So I'd get rid of that card.
Green is very strong. There's lots of huge green creatures. I think I would add a common Death Touch creature. Just like a 2-mana 2/1 Death Touch or something, you know? That would keep the green decks more in check. Yeah, maybe over the Buzzard. Cards unplayable.
I think the blue-white deck just fell a little bit short. I would like to make the blue-white uncommon a little bit more powerful, and just maybe make it cost 1 less, so 1/4 flash for 4. Just give a little bit of a buff to the blue-white deck so that it could have a little bit more, power.
It's probably one of the blue 2-drop commons or 3-drops. Like you don't have a body in that range, so I'd rather have like a 2/3 blue card that does nothing. It's better than all of these fancy blue cards, because you just get overrun by all these strong cards. So they need something early on.
The thing I would change in the draft format is the fact that in almost every set recently, there's always like one trap archetype where they have like a signpost uncommon. In this set, it's the blue-white like flash archetype. It just doesn't work. And taking one of those cards and trying to go, oh, I'm going to play this deck is actually just a trap. You're getting punked, and you just can't really make a functional deck out of it. So it's kind of frustrating in that regard.
We have to color balance. Like, I wouldn't just change one card. I would change multiple cards. I feel like this format has really good green, and then really bad red, really bad blue. Like the commons and uncommons and rares, like they're not all balanced together. So I feel like what I would have to do like I like the format, I do like playing it, but like the colors are just not balanced at all. So I would have to really think about dumbing down the green and upping all of the other colors.
I think it would have to be one of the blue commons. I think Jin of Fool's Fall, the 4/3 flyer that you can plot for 4 mana. I think if you push the stats on that card a little more, maybe foretell it for 3 instead of 4, I think that would give blue like the huge boon it needs to actually compete, because its creature sizing is just not great.
I think I would change the blue 3 mana 1/4 vigilance to be a 2/4, just to give it a little more oomph and maybe give blue a more premium common, because I think that's the spot that blue is lacking the most.
I think blue wants to have a creature that's good at blocking. So something, I'm picturing like something like a sigiled starfish, but like with a higher toughness, so you can kind of like sit behind it and use all your tricky spells, keep your mana open.
So there you go. That's it. That's the Pro Tour. And of course, my full recap of the Pro Tour will be up on my main YouTube channel, where I'll go over the entire event, how I did, spoiler alert, pretty well, honestly. And yeah, so if you enjoy these, let me know. Obviously, leave me some feedback in the comments. The more you like them and the better they do, the more extra effort I'll put into them. It is a little tough, obviously, trying to record this stuff at the Pro Tour. And but yeah, that's it. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it. And I'm going to do my draft deck review video. Is going to be tomorrow, a special episode on Thursday. And then Friday we'll return back to our normal scheduled programming, not editing that one out. Love you all. Thanks for watching.